Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Drink the Movies. I am Brian, and today I am here with another new bottle. So right there, it is Plantation Stiggins Fancy Pineapple Rum. So this week on the podcast, we are doing Dazed and Confused. Alright. And we're going to be mixing up a cocktail right here that you can see on screen. It's called the Alright, and yeah, it called for an ingredient of Plantation Pineapple Rum. So picked up this bottle here, and I wanted to try it with everyone here. It looks really good. I've had pineapple rums in the past, but they've been more of like the Cruisin' or Captain Morgan or Bacardi varieties. Nothing really like fancy like this, and like some sort of like aged rum kind of a thing. So I'm pretty excited about having this, to be quite honest. This could be like game changing in terms of what kind of rums I'm getting into. But yeah, apparently this comes from a recipe from 1824, which is pretty good, and it says that it is infused with pineapple barks, if you can see that right there. Pineapple barks, I totally had to Google. That is just the outside of the pineapple. So I'm going to be tasting this, give my thoughts, and then we'll take a look kind of at some tasting notes. I'm going to be using Difford's Guide because I couldn't find this actually on the on the distributor's website, and I couldn't find like a website for this at all. Ooh, that smells nice. All right, so I got my glass right here, my trusty tasting glass, and I'm going to be pouring just a little bit of that in there. I don't want to waste a drop. Also don't want to get a drop on my keyboard. But yeah, hopefully everyone out there is doing good. Hopefully you've had a chance to either listen to the podcast episode, or that's going to be coming out here very shortly. And yeah, the tiki drink for it is excellent. So definitely excited about that, and definitely excited about this. You can take a look there. It's a nice caramel color. Didn't want to read this whole thing on the label here, because there's like a whole like lengthy tail on there, which you can kind of check out. But basically this is made this kind of pineapple infusion, and then it is mixed with an aged rum, and then blended together, and then aged in oak casks apparently for 3 months before bottling. So it picks up a lot of that color there. Also some color from, I guess they're using their 3-star rum in this to go as well. Okay, flavor on the nose. It definitely has like that sugar cane, like the sweetness there. A lot of like molasses. I think like caramelized sugar. Not really burnt sugar so much. Like I pick up in a lot of like bourbons and things like that. This is much sweeter, much softer tasting. Less creme brulee and more. I don't know, just some sort of like molasses rich thing, and a little bit of pineapple, not super heavy on the pineapple aroma here on the nose for sure, but a little bit there, a little bit of like green banana kind of flavor, which makes sense. You get that in a lot of aged rums, and yeah, a lot of nice, a little bit of spice, like baking spice, like allspice berries, things like that. Like if you think of like an allspice dram that you'd have in a tiki drink, definitely a lot of those same kind of characteristics here. So let's take a little sip of this. Okay, ooh, that is delicious. It's nice and smooth. This is 40% alcohol by volume there, if you can see. And I should have mentioned this is a product of Barbados. So I've had a couple of rums from Barbados. They tend to be nice, a little bit cleaner, a little bit less sweet, I think, than like Jamaican rums and some stuff like that. Definitely like American made rums, definitely less sweet than that. It's a little bit more like bourbon and characteristics actually than traditionally what I think of rums. So this would be really, really nice just over ice. Just has a little bit of the essence of pineapple. Like it's definitely not like fruity. It doesn't taste like there's like pineapple juice like added into this rum. It's more of just kind of a sweetness. And yeah, that is really, really nice. So let's see if I can pull up our tasting notes over here. Okay, so here is the this is the difference guide, the Plantation Stiggins Fancy Pineapple Rum, right here. Like I said, I couldn't find an actual like web page for this specific rum or on the importer's website, which was kind of odd, I thought. So difference guide's a good place to go. It's got a bunch of notes here on it. 40% alcohol, which we'd mentioned there. Product of France. That is where it's being imported from. The importer is a French company there, although this is, like I said, a product of Barbados. So keep that in mind there in terms of that. And let's take a look at the tasting notes here. So we got dried pineapple, grilled peaches, overripe bananas, Tizer, I don't know what that is, demerara sugar, clove, cinnamon, and black pepper. Yeah, definitely. I'm getting a ton of the baking spices here for sure. Absolutely. Definitely the dried pineapple. I'm picking that up. The overripe banana, yeah, definitely some of that sweetness, that banana kind of characteristic. And grilled peaches, I don't get any peach necessarily, but the grilled makes sense because it does have kind of this almost like essence of like charcoal. It's probably picking up from that barrel, as I mentioned. Yeah, blend and aged in oak casks for 3 years. So definitely picking up a little bit of that, and that's probably where that grilled flavor or aroma is coming from. And getting that in the taste as well. Slightly sweet. It's grilled pineapple, flambe depeche, tangerine. Definitely not a fruit bomb, although there are some notes of the fruit there. Definitely the pineapple comes through a little bit, although it's not super sweet. It's more of like an essence of pineapple. Think of it, I guess, like when you go into like the fruit and vegetable section of your grocery store and you like walk by pineapples and it kind of smells of pineapple, but doesn't really smell like a pineapple necessarily. It's more like that. It is really, really subtle and really delicious, I have to say. Yeah, absolutely. Aftertaste: caramel, grilled pineapple, cinnamon, lingering zesty orange. Yeah, a little bit of orange for sure. Definitely caramel. Definitely the cinnamon. Like I said, a lot of spices, a lot of almost like bourbon characteristics. I don't know if the oak casks were used bourbon barrels that they're using here. It doesn't really specify that here, at least on the difference guide. So if you know, let me know. Because it's picking up a lot of that. A lot of, the black pepper there in the overall kind of taste. For sure, but yeah, absolutely. So this is this is delicious. This is delicious, absolutely. If you're getting into rum, and I suggest that you do, definitely pick this one up because it is really nice. You could definitely just sip this over some ice, which is probably how I'm going to consume most of mine. But it would play really well in cocktails where you wanted to have a little bit of a playful vibe to it, especially if you're doing like a higher end tiki drink that might call for like an aged rum. Swap this in. It's going to have just a little bit of a like playfulness to it. Absolutely. And generally if that's going to be in with some pineapple or some passion fruit or something like that, that's going to kind of take lead and just let this follow along pretty good. But this one is really really delicious. So yeah, that is the Plantation Stiggins Fancy Original Dark Rum from Barbados. A really nice bottle, and really good in the cocktail for this week. So definitely check that out. Check out the episode. Might be out by now by the time you're seeing this. I'm not sure, but Dazed and Confused coming out. So, all right. So thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully I'll be back soon with another little bottle cracking open ceremony to enjoy with everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back next time. Cheers.